As we've talked about, strings are immutable, and that means that any modification to a string results in the creation of a new string, and that's just not efficient. But there are, of course, times that we need to be able to efficiently manipulate strings, and that's where StringBuilder comes in. StringBuilder provides us with a mutable string buffer, providing us with an efficient way to manipulate strings. Now, although you don't have to, when you create a StringBuilder instance, you'll get the best performance if you pre-size the buffer. So we look at some code here. I declare StringBuilder SB, say new StringBuilder 40. Well, that allocates out an instance of StringBuilder that has room for 40 characters inside of it. In fact, if we were to call the sb.capacity method on that instance, we'll get back the value 40. Now, the StringBuilder will grow automatically if you exceed the capacity, but you want to minimize how often that happens because there's a fair bit of overhead each time the system has to grow a StringBuilder instance. StringBuilder has a number of methods available, but the ones we use most commonly are append, which lets us add new content to the end of the StringBuilder, or insert, which gives us the ability to add new content within the body of the StringBuilder. So let's look at some code. So we have our flight we've been using here. We have flight number 175. We'll have a string called location with the value of Florida in it. Let's say we want to build up a message. So I'm going to go ahead and say sb.append I flew to space. Well, that adds it to the end of the StringBuilder. Well, since the StringBuilder is empty, that adds it to the beginning. So then we say sb.append location, takes the value of location, Florida, adds that on to the end. The literal string space on space, that gets added on to the end. And then we say sb.append my flight. Well, my flight is a class, so we'll go ahead and call toString on it, so we get flight number 175. So we've been able to build these four values together, doing it all in a single buffer. But let's say we come along a little further in our program, and we realize that we actually have access to the time of this flight as well. We want to go ahead and add that into the message, but we want to put it somewhere into the body of the message. Let's say we want to do it just before the space in the word on. Now, since we know how many characters we've written into this buffer from the beginning, we could just count how many characters it takes to move over to get there. But let's say we didn't know that. Let's say that all we knew is that we've added content inside of here, and we've added the word on and then the information from our flight class. And we want to calculate where the insert point is going backwards, so from the end of the current values. Let's see how we would do that. So I'm going to declare a variable, position, and I'm just going to say sb.length. And that tells me how many characters are currently in the StringBuilder instance. Remember, capacity said how much space is allocated. Length says how much is in use. And we'll say that we want to go back to length of that literal on. Now, obviously, I could have used the integer value 4 here, but I just wanted to show you that we can call string methods on string literals. And then we'll use our myFlight toString.length. Right, so that now tells us how far back we have to go to get before that space before the word on. So now with that, I can now say something like sb.insert, give it the position, and then what I want to insert, which is space at space. What StringBuilder will do is move over that on flight number 175, and then write the at in there. And then if I say sb insert position plus 4, and I want to add the value of time in. Right? The position plus 4 is just I want to get past that space at space. Note that time is an integer, but insert will take care of doing that conversion. So now it'll move over the on flight number 175 and write that 9 in there. So now we've got our content built exactly as we want it, but it's not quite a string yet. The way we get the string out is the way we get the string out of any other class. We simply call the toString method. So inside of here, if we say string message equals sb.toString, message will then get the actual string. I flew to Florida at 9 on flight number 175. So StringBuilder gives us a really efficient way of building and manipulating strings.